Welcome back, Gameyaaad family. Thank you so much for joining us for another video. Now, there are defeats and there are demolitions. England demolished the West Indies in the first ODI at Edgbaston on Thursday by a mind-boggling 238 runs. But before we get into the details of the match, let us put things into perspective. Since Darren Sammy was announced as head coach of the ODI team on May 12, 2023, we would have seen some highs and lows in this team. The lows would be failure to qualify for the 2023 ODI World Cup, being beaten by India at home, and sometimes it's not just the loss, but it is the manner of the loss. In the third ODI, the Indians thrashed us at home by a massive 200 runs. And we were whitewashed by Australia 3-0 in Australia, February 2024. In the third ODI in that series, we were blown away for just 86 runs of 24.1 overs. Again, we were blown away by Ireland just a week ago by 124 runs. The highs would be we would have beaten England in two home series in December 2023 and November 2024 by the same margin, 2-1. And we would have beaten Bangladesh at home last year, December 2024, 3-0. While the ODI team experienced some wins under Darren Sammy's leadership, there have been some heavy defeats under his leadership. Vast majority of West Indians would agree that they have not seen any identity with this ODI team. And when Ireland would have thrashed us on May 21, 2025 by a blistering 124 runs, the writing was on the wall. The idea is, while you want to win every match, losses are evident in any sport, but it is the manner of the losses. England piled up 408 in their allotted 50 overs, followed by some disciplined seam bowling, brushing aside the West Indies for 162 runs. This wasn't just a win, it was a demolition. While the English fans are in jubilant mode, there are serious questions to be asked of Darren Sammy. The 2027 World Cup qualification is at stake. How are we going to respond to this defeat? England's top order and middle order combined power, skill, experience and composure to destroy West Indies' bowling attack. Their 408 came at a run rate of 8 runs per over. Jamie Smith set the early tone at the top with 37 runs of 24 deliveries, finding the boundary at will. Even though he fell early, he injected pace in the innings. After the dismissal of Jamie Smith, Ben Duckett took over to combine aggression and finesse to stitch together 60 runs from 40 deliveries. While the run machine, Joe Root, anchored from the other end with 57 from 65 deliveries, laying a solid foundation for England. Then came the fireworks. Jacob Bethel, player of the match, took West Indies' lifeless bowling attack to the sword, hitting 82 from 53 deliveries with 9 fours and 5 towering sixes. He was in fine form. He was clinical and surgical. When Joe Root was dismissed, the score was on 188 for 3. Then Captain Harry Brook and former captain Josh Buttler made 58 and 37 respectively. When Josh Buttler fell on over 40.2 and the score was on 287 for 5, the 400 run mark seemed ominous, with Will Jack, Jamie Overton and Bryden Cars as recognized batters to come. Will Jack joined Jacob Bethel at the wicket, and he made a blistering knock of 37 from 24 deliveries. When Will Jack fell, the 400 mark was within reach. The score was on 385 for 6 after 47.3 overs. At the end of the innings, England piled up a daunting total of 400 for 8. West Indies bowlers will want to forget this day quickly. Matthew Ford would have bowled 8 overs and he conceded 88 runs with no wickets with an economy of 11. Alzarri Joseph, from his 10 overs, he would have taken 2 wickets for 69 runs with an economy of 6.9. And Jaden Seals, even though he took 4 wickets, he was very expensive with 4 for 84 from his 9 overs with an economy of 9.33. While Gudakish Moti did not bowl badly, but there are worrying signs in terms of his inability to take wickets consistently in recent times. It wasn't just poor bowling from West Indies, it was also poor execution of game plan, lack of discipline in bowling with inconsistent line and length, and ineffective field placements. Set that seemingly insurmountable challenge of 401 runs, you would expect the West Indies to get off to a flyer and maintain that tempo throughout the innings with them losing minimal wickets. But it was the opposite. By the end of the first power play, West Indies were in all sort of trouble, losing 3 of their top order wickets already. Brandon King was dismissed for 10, Justin Graves for 4, and the informed Casey Carty for 22. And when Sheho was caught by Bryden Cars for 25 off the bowling of Saqib Mahmood in the 11.3 over, that was the last nail in the coffin. Debutant Joel Anjo fell for 8, Amir Django 14, and Ruston Chase 9 all fell in quick succession. England did not need to do anything magical, just bowl short, and the West Indies batter would have to hit the ball against the wind. With the top order and middle order folded, the same was expected for the lower order. Only Jaden Seals, coming in at number 11, showed some resistance, scoring an unbeaten 29 from 14 deliveries, which included 3 sixes and 2 fours. It was a little too late. The team was bowled out for 162 from 26.2 overs. Credit must be given to the English bowlers who were very disciplined. Saqib Mahmood, who ripped apart the top order with great line and length and movement, returned with match figures of 3 for 32 from his 7 overs. Jamie Overton, with his short pitch bowling, returned with 3 for 22 from 5.2 overs, disturbing the middle and the lower order batters. While Adil Rashid spun a web around the lower order batters to finish with 2 for 50 from 5.2 overs. England showcased a team performance with runs, catches, and wickets all shared between the players. What makes the win hard to digest in the West Indies region is that this England team is trying to create their own identity, given it's the first match under Captain Harbrooke leadership. The magnitude of this loss, 238 runs, just put back the spotlight of the struggles of the West Indies cricket in this format. The few wins here and there under Darren Sammy's leadership just put a band-aid over the big issue with our cricket in this format. The bowlers look undercooked. The batters did not have a clear game plan. The bowlers bowled short, too wide, and there were no strategic game plan to counter the English dominance with the bat. While there is glaring evidence that structural change is needed in the region to fix our cricket at the international level, The million-dollar question is, how do West Indies respond to this defeat? We need tighter bowling, more responsible batting, and smarter field placing. It may be worthwhile to include Shimron Hetmyer in the second ODI to try and steady the middle order. We must respond well to this defeat to bring back some belief in the region.